Yo, 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 what's up, guys? Yo, Plant. What's up, Sam? What's up, Goldmask? What's up, guys? When is the scaled armor coming back? Oh man, I don't think the scaled armor is coming back. I think the new armors with Tarnished Edition are gonna replace it. Yo, what's up, Mozzarella? What's up, Chirico? What's up, Solnart? What's up, guys? Nice to see you guys around. Still here? Yeah, I'm leaning toward those new armors, man. Yo, Gold Mask. Thanks for the resub for 28 months, man. Tips for martial art, both kick and punches. Well, don't forget the knees and elbows. And I've been watching Anatoly Malikin. I don't know how you pronounce his name, but the guy is in one championship. He's champions or was champion in 3 division. The guy's an absolute monster, dude. Insanely dominant. And when you watch him, you're like, holy shit, this guy has bombs in his hands. And he knows wrestling too, so this guy, I'd like to see this guy against the best of the UFC. That'd be crazy. I don't know, man. IP Man is better. Oh, I like your humor. That's funny. But honestly, like, if you're actually asking for martial art tips, check out TriStar Gym on YouTube. It's George St. Pierre's coach. Like, that's basically his YouTube channel. That's probably the best content for martial art that you're gonna get online, honestly. The guy is absolutely brilliant. Firaz Zahabi, I think he's called. Okay, I wanted to try, do I do this? Do I do that? Looks cool, though. Yeah, we can. Paramazula? Yes. Paramazula. There you go. What's my signature setup in Elden Ring? Probably, you know, I'd prefer it to be something else, but I think by default it would probably have to be BHS Thrusting Sword. You know, I'd like to give you another answer, but I would probably be lying. But I think, like, skill-wise, I'm very experienced with double great spear. Pretty experienced with, yeah. I'd say most experience I have is probably double great spear, Kestis, and TS probably. Probably what I have the most experience with. But I've been playing so many setups that I feel comfortable with a lot of different things nowadays. Definitely not one-dimensional. Very good choice by him to go for that around the corner. That's a good idea. Oh wow! I didn't see the host there. That'd be it for him though. Wow, 500 HP, really? Pada. I'm actually not that experienced with Pada because I don't play with it a lot, actually. It's like back when double spear war thing, you know, like double naginata. Like some players like always played with that. I never really touched it because I was disgusted by it. It's the same. I would say it's probably the same with stuff like today's stuff that's like very strong that I don't touch is like Claws of Night, like Rakshasa, Back in Blades, Trusting Shield. Like those are like all stupidly like strong setups that I don't really touch. But eventually I will. Like eventually I'll get back to them. Probably when I'm gonna remake characters with the new Tarnished edition, because we're gonna have to remake characters for the new class anyway. So I think I'll probably like finally like go around making a bunch of different builds and not just have like one build that I have to reuse all the time. I think you're probably gonna see like more variety in what I use. Dude, that's crazy. We have the same setup. Bro, they have no HP, like none of them do. I feel his gesture. Don't think Clean Route is that broken until you add BHS or Quickstep. I think that's a fair comment because the recovery cancel is... I mean, you know, in this game, the recovery is already, like, crazy, ridiculously low. Like, you know, BHS and everything aside. Then you add on top, like, a recovery cancel on top of a game that has no recovery. And then it becomes quite broken, so... I can definitely see your point. Also, like, rod bundles, you know. Rod bundles also make a lot of weapons a lot more dangerous. Yo, Lino, how you doing, man? Gonna go Faith and Euphoria. Yeah, dude, that shit, that's another weapon that I have not really touched, but I have touched Twin Blades enough to know that Twin Blades are completely broken, man. Chillin', how's Elden Ring? Well, I just started today, but you know how Elden Ring is, you know, I play to complete my video game streaming quota for the channel, and then after that I get off. And recently I started playing fucking Fallout 4 again. Started enjoying Fallout 4, started another playthrough, and I'm actually really enjoying it. I think I want to do the Automatron questline and have a robot companion. I think that's what I'm gonna do next in that. But I think there's a level requirement for that. I'm still at the start. I just started this playthrough. Also, for all the fucking time I've played Fallout 4, I never completed Far Harbor. Actually, I never even started Far Harbor. Pretty crazy. I completed Nuka World, but never Far Harbor for whatever reason. I heard it's pretty good. Did you visit the max level after the DLC? Yeah, we did. At least a few times. Yeah, I remember we had some max level fights in Shadow Keep and the Museum. That DLC is goated. Yeah, I don't know why I never got around playing that. Like seriously, like I bought Fallout 4 like day one, you know, and it's not like I don't have a lot of time on that. Like I have thousands of hours in Fallout. I probably did, like, the main quest line, like, probably on, like, 5 different characters. I think I did, like, every faction. Except the Institute. Fuck these guys. Yo, what's up, Donut? How you doing, man? Yeah, I don't know. I could never bring myself to do the Institute quest line. Feel like they're the evil in the story, man. Like, you know, you can love and you can like and dislike some of these other factions, but the Institute is like, it's hard to side with them. Like even the Raiders, like siding with the Raiders, I feel like I'd be more inclined to do that than the Institute. I know there's people that actually side with the Institute. But yeah, I haven't played like the main quest in a while, so I don't actually remember like why I didn't like the Institute, because it has been a while since I've played Fallout 4. Playing Hungry Shark Evolution. But yeah, waiting on I'm on the fence also a little bit. I want to buy you know, Metal Gear Delta. I definitely want to play it. But like right now I'm like hesitant because you know, in Canadian dollars I had not, like, it's been a while since I've bought a brand new game, like, you know, a brand new game, like fresh release. And I looked at the price on Steam for the standard edition, and it was like $93 Canadian. I'm like, dude, that's so expensive. Like, Jesus Christ, like, do I want to pay $93 for Metal Gear Delta, like a remake? And that got me thinking, you know, like, the only reason why I would want to play this game now is that I would want to get familiar with the mechanics to get ready for Fox Hunt, which is the multiplayer mode, but I don't even know if I'll like it. So I'm like, you know, I'll wait for more news about Fox Hunt before pulling the trigger on buying Metal Gear Delta. Because if Fox Hunt looks like shit, I'm gonna wait before buying that remake. I'm gonna wait until, like, you know, like Black Friday or something like that, you know? Your last new game was Oblivion and you didn't even finish it? Yeah, same here, actually. Same here. I bought fucking Oblivion Remaster, and I had a really good time, and I have a ton of hours on it already. But since we did, like, or we attempted to do, like, a deathless run, holy shit, it takes a while, and it's very stressful to play it that way. It's very difficult to play like that in this game. Because on the max difficulty, the damage you do is so abyssal that there's like an order of things that you need to do. Let's do that. Start with Mr. Phantom here. Come on. Oh. I probably should have BS'd that. Oh my god. Thank god. Thank god it's over. I love how this is like directly at me and nowhere near the host. That's scary. That's why you bubble up, guys. Just safer. Yo, what's up? What's up, Teach? How about $20 for Silk Song? I don't fuck with these side view games. It's not for me. I don't fuck with these games. Like, I can play like, for as far as indie games are concerned, like, you know, there's really like two different like 2D views for these indie games. Either like a top view, like a Vampire Survivor or like a Pokemon game, like the older ones. That I can, you know, I can withstand that if the game is good, but like a side view, I can't. I just don't enjoy it. It's just personal preference, you know, to each his own. It's 3D? Oh, is it? Oh, Donkey Kong. Oh, you said Donkey Kong. Never mind. How are the invasions lately? I haven't played since Nightreign. I would say really little after Nightreign came out, game was pretty dead. Then it seems like Nightreign actually brought people back to this game, and so there was a little surge in activity. You know, like, all that I'm saying is purely anecdotal. Like, I haven't looked at any chart or any numbers, but like, you know, when I get onto stream, you know, I noticed like how fast am I getting invasions. I'd say like let's say 3 or 4 weeks after Nightreign, I was getting a lot of invasions very quickly. Now it has slowed down again a little bit, probably because Nightreign has been out for a while. And so, like, there has really not been anything new for Nightreign, because, like, you know, the hard bosses, they're, like, reusing them and rotating them. So it's not really new content per se, so I'd say it probably died down a little bit. But all in all, as far as the activity overall, we're not really that far off from how the game was before Nightreign. It's very similar at the end of the day, at least for me. Had hundreds of hours on Hollow Knight 7 years ago. Yeah, a lot of Souls players really like it. You know, to each his own. Like, it seems like a good game because a lot of people are enjoying it. But, you know, I'm not interested in Sekiro. I know, like, Sekiro is, like, perceived as like, the best From Software game by some, but I'm just not interested. I'm not a weeb person, a samurai person, so I have no interest in Sekiro, but that doesn't mean that it might not be a game that's really good or that you might enjoy. And same for Vale. Vale also, it doesn't fuck with Sekiro either. It's the same deal with Armored Core, right? Like, I love the Armored Core franchise. And a lot of Souls players don't really like it because, you know, they're not into the team in general. So it's like completely different team, not for them. Perfectly fine, you know? See Sekiro as the most complete From game. See, like, that's not the first time I hear praise about Sekiro. But to me, like, I don't like games where you can't really customize your character. And Sekiro is probably, like, one of the worst one at that. You know, one weapon, one character, can't modify shit about it. It lacks RPG element. You see, like, if you take Sekiro, right, and you add, like, a bit of weapon variety, you don't need to have, like, you know, Elden Ring level of variety, but, like, let's say, like, 12 weapon. You know, little like Bloodborne or whatever, you know, 10 weapons, 12 weapons, enough to give, like, a few different play styles. And then you add a character creator and a few, like, visual customization. It doesn't even need to be, like, deep with, like, armors that change your stat or anything like that. Just, you know, different visuals, few customization option, character creator, and a few weapons, and then I'd probably be playing it. Not enough replay value? That's a fair criticism. But not every game needs replay value though, like in defense of Sekiro. I don't think every game needs that. It's definitely fun when you have a game that you enjoy that has replay value. But look at Elden Ring, for instance, right? Elden Ring actually has, like, so much content. I don't know for you guys, but I feel like many people, myself included, feel a little overwhelmed when it comes to, like, going through the game again and, like, let's say making a new character. Like, there's so much content to go through that it feels tedious. Whereas, like, a game, let's say the Armored Core 6, which is the other latest From Software release, much shorter, much more narrow, but feels a lot better to, like, tell yourself, all right, I'm gonna go through the game all over again and go through it and enjoy it. And even though Armored Core 6 does not have anywhere near the content that Elden Ring has, I feel like it feels better to go through Armored Core than to go through Elden Ring. You know, aside from the games being different, just on the premise of, like, the way the content is structured and laid out. DS3 was ideal. Yeah, Dark Souls 2 is another good example. You know, it doesn't feel tedious to do a Dark Souls 3 playthrough. But that's preference. You know, it's not that I don't like RPGs. I really enjoy RPGs in open world. But to me, like, I feel like in order to have an open world, It's like the standard to make a really good open world game is so much higher than to make a good linear game. Like, I feel like you have to master the linear game in order to make like a compelling open world. And also, sometimes it's a bit hard to judge because I remember, I don't know for you guys, but I remember when Elden Ring came out, and when I first played Elden Ring, it really felt like absurd and almost magical, the amount of content that Elden Ring had. And like the first time you're going through this game and you're going from area to area and the map like expands and expands and expands, and then you learn that there's, you know, another floor, you know, and it's like, it feels like an infinite amount of areas, and it's like a blast to go through it. But after you get to, you know, to a while, let's say like even after you get to having played the game, you get to the DLC, and you know what the game is. Like the DLC, even though it's extremely large, like the size of a full game really, it did not feel good to play the DLC because at this point you know that no matter how much you explore this area, like any of these areas for that matter, the game does not really reward you with anything. Like, I can look around here and, you know, the thing that you're gonna find on the corner of the map is like a flower, right? Or like some leaf plant. It's not like in like the prior Souls games, like Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, where if you were exploring, in the corner you were gonna find a new weapon. A new weapon, like you're gonna get rewarded for exploring with a new weapon or a new armor set. It's like you have something that's significant if you explore for it. Also, Steady Shout, thank you so much for the Prime resub for half a year, man. Thank you so much. Have a good one to you as well, dude. So yeah, like when I look at this, I remember like I think it took like 30 or 40 minutes when we got to the DLC. Like I knew there was nothing in there because, you know, or sorry, in here. Probably in here too, actually. I knew there was nothing in here, but I had to explore it to make sure that I wasn't missing anything. That's the problem. It's like sometimes you have these large areas, like, you know, this is a perfect example, the Madness area here. You know, there's like maybe like 3 like points of interest with like important items in that whole fucking area. And so you could be exploring this for hours and you're gonna be rewarded with like 3 items throughout this whole space, which is, I personally, I don't like that. I feel like that's like the layout is well designed, like the way like the pathways are intertwined, and you know, the fog and the tree branches and the tree roots and everything. It's well created, but it would have been like there should be like more rewards around corners and stuff like that, because right now as it stands, it's just empty, man. Yeah, it's on foot too. Yeah, that's a good point. Like on foot as well. But even on torrent back, like being on foot, exploring on foot, first of all, is more fun than on torrent back, because when you're on torrent, yes, it's faster, but the game was not designed around, like, you know, torrent combat. Torrent is basically a vehicle, and something that they introduced to fix a problem, and the problem is that they spread themselves too thin with this whole game. A lot of the areas in the DLC feel more like background scenery instead of areas you're supposed to explore. Absolutely, and I think that's a bit where the issue lies. It's not necessarily like wrong from a design perspective to like make a big beautiful area that's empty. The problem is that the player is still, no matter where you are, the player is still incentivized to always look for things that are hidden, right? That's like the whole premise for these games. Like, exploration is one of the key pillars of Souls games. And so even if you know that it's mostly empty in here, you still have to explore it, because there's a chance there could be some, like a weapon or something hidden. And, you know, in most cases, it's true. Like, you know, as much as these areas are big and empty, there's still a few important items here and there, like, throughout these huge areas. So you still have to explore all of it. So that's what makes it the more tedious. If these areas had nothing in there, and you would only get, let's say, a reward after beating the boss, like, you know, just hypothetically, then it wouldn't feel as bad because you wouldn't be spending your time looking around for items. You'd be like looking around for the pathway to the boss, like straight up, without like searching around for bits and pieces. But now, since you don't really know where is what, and you know that some weapons could be hiding anywhere, then you're incentivized to explore this whole thing just to find out that, oh, this whole area is empty, but there was, like, you know, one item that was important, like, in the previous map, so I had to explore this one too, and I'm gonna explore the next one. Next one might be, it's gonna have like 2 important items throughout the whole map. So it's just, I think that's probably one of the worst way you can do exploration, is how this game does it. And you don't really see that as much when you're first introduced with the game, because Limgrave is a little more densely packed. Like, Limgrave is probably like the best executed open area out of all of these, because it's more it's more like close, like the points of interest are closer to each other. Like, you don't have to walk a large distance to get to an interest point. So yeah, that's my expose about the open world in this game. And don't get me wrong, like, it's not bad per se, but it's definitely a weakness when you hint the player toward exploring, and then when the player explores, it feels bad because you don't really find anything interesting for the most part. But you still have to continue exploring, because otherwise you're not gonna get like every weapon and every talisman and every armor piece. Like, that's just my opinion. You know, there's always different ways to tackle problems. Like, for instance, with this, you know, one solution could be to like reduce the size. Another solution could be to increase the amount of rewards, you know, like create more weapons, create more interesting things and scatter them around. There's different ways to go about it. But I personally think that the game, like, size-wise, was spread too thin. And this game could have been a lot smaller in size while keeping the same amount of content. Basically, like, keeping the idea for everything the same, but just straight up reducing the size of the map so that the interest points are closer to each other. That's just, you know, that's just me though. Like I said, there's different ways to go about it. Yo, Austin, thanks for the membership, dude. Welcome in, man. Really appreciate that. And yeah, going back to our main topic, for some reason Invasion is like super dead right now. The underground worlds are so unnecessarily spacious. Like, for instance, I think a good example is this, right? Like, this place here is really cool. Like, this is a really interesting area. And like, as a map, like, if you're designing like a map and you're placing everything like this in here, this is such a cool area. But most of it is completely empty. Like, there's one point of interest here where you know, you have to parkour through the fire-breathing giants. And then there's another one over there where you have to deal with some of the what are they called? You know, the dead blight spitting frogs, and then you get a boss at the end of it. But that's really it. There's nothing else that's really interesting in here, despite the areas being like very well laid out. Like, the layout itself is definitely not the problem. It's a beautiful area, very interesting in the way it's laid out, but like, for instance, there's not much incentive to go beyond like obvious spots. Like, for instance, this here could be like an obvious spot to put like an item. There you go, there's one here. But like, you're not gonna find an item that's like hidden around like something like in here, for instance, right? So like you can explore this as much as you want. It's going to be very the amount of things you're going to find are going to be very sparse. Maybe this is where the rush development... Yeah, that's very true. Like, you know, always very easy to critique from the outside. But, like you said, this is not necessarily, like, something that we can, like, for sure blame FromSoft, because it's not something that, that we really know about how it went. Like you said, it could have been, like, one of the things that they had to rush. Because we know for sure that the development of Elden Ring happened during the lockdown. And so, like many other studios, the development was sort of troubled. And it was very difficult with people working from home and everything. And they had to cut... Like, we know for sure that they cut a lot of features. So maybe that's, like, one of the reasons why the maps are more empty. Whereas on the other hand, you know, putting Bloodhound Step in the game at launch that gave like near invulnerability, that has nothing to do with the game being rushed. That's just because they don't understand their own game, right? So I'm much more critical of like decisions that make no sense, as opposed to something that maybe they had other plans but they just lacked time. That you can excuse that because, you know, it is what it is. It never really goes perfectly according to plan. But like, you look at an area like this is beautiful. But again, like these areas here, they don't really have a lot. Can I drop down here somewhere? I can drop here. There you go. Okay, there's two of them. Oh, he's latent. Very latent even. That's gonna be bad. Thank you, BBE. We're really doing low damage to this guy. Wow, that reached? Okay. I'm not sure we're gonna be able to kill these guys with the low damage we're doing, and if we get this guy separate... Oh, never mind, he's not separated already. Let's get some help from this guy. Dude, the host is hitting from like way beyond his range. We're not doing enough damage, guys. I think if I want to win this cleanly, I think we're gonna have to switch plan here. There you go. That's my teammate right there. Oh, no hit. And these people have really shit net. This guy is high level because he has so much defense. Oh shit, I didn't see him. Okay, host is down. That's it. Unfortunate though, because we won't see. Oh, that's the host. That's crazy. I feel like he's so tanky. And this guy was beyond tanky. That's so weird. Yo, Ren, thank you so much for the donation, man. Really appreciate that. Yeah, we were not doing enough damage with the shield and lance. It was definitely not working out. Let's see if we can use something else. 'Cause I don't plan on, you know. Sword lance is like the if it doesn't work, switch to me type button. What could we try? We could try some interesting jump gameplay. Probably go jump tally too. Are you doing a playthrough with the new class or just rushing to get everything? That's a good question. I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm gonna make like a stream playthrough or if I'm gonna like kind of try to play on my own and try to get through it to get my character ready as quickly as possible. I think you know, I mean, Steel and I will probably like do a Taunter Stone run of some sort, but I mean, we're probably gonna do that once our character are ready. Otherwise, you know, like we're just gonna get twinks after twinks. And it's not really that interesting anymore. Oh, we got a teammate in there. Where is the teammate, though? Oh, there he is. Oh, he's dead. We're gonna wait a little bit, and if they close the tongue, we're gonna move on, but usually when I'm in here, they close the tongue, unfortunately. guys. Riveting invasion? Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you have, like, gankers that just clear the world and, you know, and play to the limit of, like, their win condition. You know, you could do that in Dark Souls 3 and still have an interesting invasion, because the invader always had the chance to get some help if they survive, whereas in this game, you really only get help if the gankers want you to get help, so you're always somehow at their mercy. Oh my god. Oh boy. The L2 brain. It's funny how spamming Flame Strike was the play, because I just couldn't really know when he was gonna do a blind spot. Bro. But yeah, I'll never be able to take this game seriously, man. Like, every time, like, I get stuff like that, I'm reminded of that. Like, you know, just a guy like this guy who has no idea how to play the game. Just randomly, like, pressing buttons. But those buttons include blind spot, and just because of that, your options are, like, stupidly limited. And so, like, you could fight some guy that has 0 skills just by spamming blind spot. You know, you pretty much nearly everything you're gonna do is gonna be countered. But is this build the same as usual? Wow, I rarely spawn here. There she is. We clean rot. There you go. Soft swap to Inspire special, yeah. Teacher, are you gonna be using like the new like fate class stat spread? The one that has 11 fate? 'Cause I know you play a lot with builds that have like, you know, a little bit of fate. Could be optimal for you, I don't know. Actually, I don't think so. I think the one that has like 7 mind is like the most optimal for like pretty much every build. You didn't even see that one? Yeah, it's the difference is I think it has 8 int, 6 arcane, and 12 mind with 11 fate. I definitely win that. Gonna be tough. I don't actually hate the double anchors in this situation, but might be game. Yo, Ungone, thanks for the raid, man. Really appreciate that. I'll be honest, guys, like, when I jumped off like that, I was actually looking at the chat for a second. I didn't mean to jump off. I knew I won, but that was not my intention to just jump off, like, randomly. Thanks, Warframe. I appreciate that. I wonder if I should replace... Like, technically, I should have a third anchor to have BHS on it. That could be easy. Dude, today is, it's very difficult to get invasions. Very slow today. You think it's worth it in a strength build to have bleed? You mean to have arcane, because you can use bleed weapons on a strength build without really any arcane investments. Like, you know, you can easily use like a bleed infusion on a Gogs, on a Beastman, Curve Sword, on a Warp Tax, on a sword lance. These weapons have incredible scaling, and you're gonna get really good bleed buildup. I would not advise to go strength build and then put some arcane. I think if you're gonna make an arcane build, what you should do is make an arcane build and then add the minimum requirement for whatever weapon you want to wield instead. Otherwise, I feel like you're probably better off with other builds. Because if you want, like, good bleed buildup and, you know, and strength damage, usually it's probably best to commit to either of, and then have, like, a build that has, like, if, for instance, you were at 54 strength, well, you're probably better off putting strength points to get to 80 strength instead of putting like a little bit into arcane. But it also depends on your level. Like, if you already have 80 strength, right? If you already have 80 strength and you're, like, level 200 plus, at that point, it's never, you know, you have so many points to spare that you could be throwing your points anywhere and it really wouldn't matter. As long as you've already reached, you know, your 60 vigor, you've already reached your requirement for pretty much every stat, so you can afford to do that if you're high level. There's no downside to it. Yo, we dodged that by accident. That was funny. I love how they set up an ambush. But yeah, man, I really hope that Fox Hunt, which is the online mode for the new Metal Gear Delta, I hope that it's good. But we don't really know much about it. All I know is that I love Metal Gear Online, or Metal Gear Online 2 especially, and I also enjoyed the Metal Gear Online 3, not as much as 2, but it was nice as well. So if it's anything like those two, I'll be playing that for sure. Not sure if I'll be playing that on stream because it's not the same type of content, but these games are so fun. The online, at least, they're very, very good. But it could be totally different. Like, my understanding of it is that Konami had third-party studios, or like let's say not third-party. Konami outsourced the multiplayer for these online games to like other studios, and so apparently they've never really made it themselves. So like it could be really bad. Metal Gear 3 Remake will have multiplayer? Yeah, on Gun. It's apparently, you know, they're supposed to announce something for fall, right? Technically, or what's the official date where fall starts? But yeah, it's called Fox Hunt on Gun. You can look it up, but I don't know if it will be good or not. Like I said, I want more info on it. And yeah, also, like what you said, Chirko, like, depending on how the game is, I'm not really sure I'll want to play this online on PC. Like, it might, like, if it's fun, it might be better to play that on PlayStation with bad frame rate, just to avoid, like, people that have, like, the auto headshot script. You know what I mean? That's someone in here. A teammate, at least. Or maybe it could be 3 people, actually. Never know. No, it's a teammate. I crouched there to cancel my recovery. Here you go. It's the most unoptimized game of the year. Yeah, it is. You said like PC doesn't have bad frame rate. Well, I'm gonna have a 4090, so like, you know, I know 5090 is out, but 4090 is still like pretty close to 5090, and my CPU is a 5950, no, 7950X3D. There you go. Whew. These names, man. 7950X3D. So like, I have a pretty solid rig, and I'm confident that I will be able to brute force through this shitty performance on my PC. But yeah, I heard the performance pretty bad. Well, I've seen it, you know, the vids and everything. It does look pretty horrible. The only people were proving she is cheating. Wait, What are you talking about? Oh no. See, like that's why I need to learn the new way of doing bow glitch. We could have fun here even if the gate is closed. Yo, what's up, Fuji? How you doing, man? Fuji, you know, I thought about you when I went to the library. You know, I was buying my subscription, and I was like, you know what? I think Fuji would like a subscription to the library as well, so I got you one too. So next time that I get on Steam Deck on PC, you know, we can both like connect through the library online website, and we can read the same thing on the sideline. Oh my god, dude. I'm not repeating that. Jesus Christ. God damn it, man. Would you... I made a whole joke, like, just for you, that you'd be the only one to fucking understand. Oh well. Okay, Canuck is here. At least Canuck got it. There you go. Canuck is actually the only other person who would get it. Does Fuji, do you have Nightreign? How come have you never played with Canuck and I and Clever and everyone? I feel like they're close, but I mean they must be close because we don't see the indicator. Okay. Well, here she is. You got it after we played? Oh, okay. You got it late? I mean, it's not a game that you need to buy right away anyway, because there's so little content. Oh, you can't have any forward momentum in here. Oh my god, and now that... There you go. Yo, Shark, how you doing, man? Shark, I'm a little embarrassed, but I think it's important that I shared that with you. I've had a surgery recently. They, you know, they reduced my penis size so that I could sit properly. I'm sorry, that's so stupid. You need another soon? Yeah. Next one is going to be so I don't have to wrap it up around my leg anymore when I sit. The perks of Canadian healthcare. Oh, man. Yeah, Steve, if you clip that out of context, you know, I say it pretty seriously too. You could make it pass for a lot of things, I think. Alright, I'm done. I'm done with the dumb shit. At least for a little while. Alright, take care, Canuck. You're in the doctor's office and some old lady looked over? Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure of it. You could have done that in the garage for free. I'll call them medical bills. Yeah. By the way, anyone in chat actually bought Metal Gear Delta? Actually played it? Alluvial did? Yeah, I'm sure Alluvial did. You know, anesthesiologist too? You think he lurks in my chat as well? Well, hope he likes the very low IQ jokes that I got. Very low-hanging fruit. Alright guys, alright. Let's move on from that. That's my bad though. I take full responsibility. But yeah, I feel like not a lot of people are, you know, in my friend list are playing Metal Gear, dude. Each. Moving on from the peak content, you guys like that sort of stuff, eh? Plan to get it soon, you just have it. Yeah, same here, man. Like I was saying earlier, like I haven't bought like a new game in a while. And I forgot how expensive like brand new games are. Like that Metal Gear Delta was 93 Canadian dollars on Steam, like for the standard edition, not even the deluxe premium stuff. I was like, damn, dude. I think I might wait a little bit. But I definitely want to play it. I want to play it, and also I'm interested in the online, but technically it's a single player game and it's a remake of a game that already exists, so there's no rush to play it aside from the online. Like the idea is like, I want to play the online, or sorry, I want to play the single player, you know, get familiar with the controls, get ready for the online, and then enjoy the online when it comes out. But I don't even know if the online's going to be good or not, because we have not really seen anything. Like, we've seen some 30 seconds of, like, camouflage for the online. Basically, that's it. There's no, like, gameplay per se. We don't even know what the online mode is. We don't know if it's Battle Royale, Search and Destroy, you know, you name it. We have no idea what it is, so I think I'm going to wait before I get more info on the online before I buy the game. Because if the online looks bad, I'll wait to get the game. I'll wait for the game to be on sale, basically. Because there's no point in getting that super early when, you know, it's like you're going to be getting it on sale and it's going to be the same content as always. Okay. Would be good if the jump attack were a little kinder. You'll wait for Battlefield 6 sale? Yeah, I don't think I'll get into Battlefield. I actually never... Dude, I never played any Battlefield game. I never got interested in it. I think a lot of people are enjoying the Battlefield 6 beta, but... Did you beat the Libra boss? Dude, I've stopped playing Nightreign when they started rotating the night bosses. Yo, Matador, thanks for the Prime sub, dude. It's okay. But I mean, the way I see it, like, I know what I like. Like, I have very specific taste. I much prefer tactical shooters, not like big, huge world, big warfare with like people running everywhere, like disorganized chaos type of deal. I prefer like more tactical, grounded, like, you know, you have a sense of where the enemy starting point is. They have a number of routes that they can take on the map. There's control of the map. I'm more into that, you know, the old school. For those of you who've played Counter-Strike, really, you know, I played Rainbow Six Vegas and Vegas 2. Much more similar. I know not everyone has played Vegas, but it's I would say it's closer to Counter-Strike than like a Call of Duty. Now, although Siege is different, like Siege is its own gimmick. I'm not particularly fond of it. But I don't think I'll really ever get into shooters unless they are tactical in nature. Or it's not just like run and gun. And I would say the main thing about tactical shooters is the sense of a battle line. So by default, modes where you spawn in a certain location and there's no respawn, you always have a sense of that. There's rushes. You have to value your character's life. because you only get like one chance at protecting the objective or taking the objective. Or modes that have like set respawns or respawn points, sorry. That's very dangerous. I don't like it. Yoey! That was so weird. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. I don't have a choice but to go down. I wanted to go back up, but not gonna happen, guys. That's so good. He got saved there. Dude, we played that perfectly with the sleep bombs. The first guy was the most important kill. The way we punished him, and then he got slept right after, that was perfect timing. That was actually pretty good. That was a tough one, actually. Almost got stuck in the cave, too. Yeah, this cave is extremely ass to invade in. Sleep bots are so good. They're basically the equivalent of a grenade. That's like one of the only like grenade-like tool that you have. That and the big pots. But the big pots are not much like grenades because I don't know. It doesn't feel like it. Can't throw them quickly. I don't know. Because usually with big pots, you don't want necessarily the damage out of it. You want the knockoff. Okay, there they are. Oh my god. now. Didn't really have a choice. We're gonna need the plant here. That's a very important kill. Come on, lock on. Nice. Dude, we played that perfectly again. Holy shit. That's another one that could have gone so badly when we jumped down there. But technically, those were the only like line of defense that we had, those two plants. So we had to go down. Gangsters 2 melee and 1 mage are the hardest if the mage is even somewhat competent. I don't know if they're the hardest. Like, in this game, you have to deal with so many projectile, like mage or not. The moment you have, like, someone that's, whether it's 1, 2 people, or 3 people throwing projectile at you, you're never really safe anywhere. It's like, what is the hardest thing to deal with in terms of projectile? It's probably Bone Bow. So Bone Bow is not a mage. Well, maybe you consider it a mage. You'd probably be right. Also, Matador, I don't know if I thanked you for the Prime resub for 23 months, man. Thank you so much. Interesting spawn that I got. Oh no, it's the latent guys from earlier. And yeah, the latent guys. Oh, that went well. Still was testing JeeNiNe Dex Fate build earlier today, and he basically only played with two-handed 3-spear. Hey man, when you like, I know Steel and I both like Great Spears. When you like Great Spears and you don't get to play with 3 spears often, it's like when you get to play with it, you're like, huh, that's pretty good, huh? Like, you know, big bundle damage, big chip damage, big damage, lots of range. It's like just so good, dude. The only reason we don't use it is the build for it is just very specific. It's funny and sad how Heavy Knight is going to be the best starting class. Well, I mean, I don't think that's very different from, from right now, honestly. Blood Fiend seems amazing. I mean, a lot of great spears that require like specific builds are very good. Like Blood Fiend on a dedicated arcane build, insanely strong. You can 3-shot someone with it. You get the bleed proc on the third hit. You do big damage. Because these spears on optimal build, they do more than fucking... like, they do more than Great Lance on strength. Seems to... I seem to remember that Fate PSGF have no hash option. No, Fate PSGS have fucking Flame Arc, Flame Strike too. Like, Flame Strike is still super strong on Fate builds. Is Dual Vikes still good? Honestly, I think Dual Vikes pale in comparison to Blood Fiend, because Blood Fiend is like, it's similar to Dual Vikes in the sense that they both go for status proc, but the Dual Vikes, the build-up is takes so much longer, and also it's just so much shorter, and it's so much shorter now that we have longer ones, you know what I mean? Like, before, like, Moog was the longest one, now you get Great Spears that are significantly longer than Moog. So that makes, like, the shorter Great Spears like feel even shorter, so to speak, in comparison. But yeah, that's a good point, Warframe. That's true that a lot of people run Bird Helmet, like Madness. Not a bad idea against these builds that are optimized to carry or to rock some stats boosting helmet. I know that's gonna change for me with the Tarnished edition. Gonna start running like dedicated 18 decks again, and probably have the some of that new Night fashion. Still not sure which one of the two I'm gonna use, but oh. Forgot that jump spamming is really good against people that just smash, and it happens to be like 90% of invasions. It's people just smashing, so you just spam jump attacks and two-shot them. Like, the thing with Vikes is, like, Vikes is only decent if your opponent is not actively trying to counter you, you know what I mean? It's like, if you're actually trying to beat as hard as you can someone that has Vikes, it's like you're gonna be stacking your resistance, and it's gonna be very difficult for the Vikes guy to get like any build-up whatsoever. You know what I mean? One sec, guys. I'll be right back. All right, we back, we back. Sorry about that. Someone activated the G signal to call for help. uh, yeah, it's like, you know, it's like an eclipse. Rewinding time? Yes, Jericho, rewinding time. Answer the banana light like the Batman signal. Yeah, exactly. Guys, if you see a banana in the sky, you know I'm working. Working to defeat the shitters. So, jumping when you're about to get procced by Sleeper Madness will interrupt the ability to combo. Yeah, basically what will happen, like, if you jump while the Madness procs on you, you'll basically fall flat on your face. You'll get the FP penalty, but you won't be taking the damage aside from, you know, aside from the attack that knocked you in the air. But you won't be getting the punish. I think also you get the madness damage, but you won't get the punish from, like, you know, sitting on the floor like Dizzy, just waiting to get, like, hit by a jumping heavy attack, you know what I mean? Because that's usually the worst of it. It's when you get madness, and then whoever's attacking you has the time to do, like, that massive damage on you. Also, I've seen Wazeus perfect block it, so you can perfect block it. Although I'm gonna be honest, I don't really see a lot of people that are good enough to do that with perfect block, but it definitely seems like if you practice it, you can get pretty consistent with perfect block. Good thing I didn't commit forward. Would have been bad. Yeah, jumping is still safer than rolling, that's for sure. Usually what you do is, like, once you're close to getting proc, like, starting to spam jump attack is, like, low-key like a good play. Because you never really know, like, if say, like, the person you're fighting is, like, let's say mixing you up with, like, crouch attack Vikes or whatever. Well, maybe you don't know, like, when they're gonna attack. Might as well just start, you know, start doing that. And if they miss and you hit, it's like, oh well, let's keep going. And then if they hit you, there's a good chance they might hit you while you're in the air. And so you won't take the jumping attack punish that comes after, because you're going to be knocked on the floor. Perfect block probably ruins PvP if everyone can do it consistently. Oh, absolutely, Cheriko. No doubt about it. Yeah, it would make, like, 90% of weapons useless. But technically, Chirico, like, just reverse quick step, you don't see it used a lot, yet it's super easy to do. That's another thing that makes like irrelevant so many weapons and setup. Because you can guarantee reverse quick step backstab so many things, yet you don't see it used all that much, which is a good thing. Same thing with that that backstep talisman. Technically, you could use that to get some guaranteed backstabs as well. You know, these things are not as hard to do as perfect block, but they yield like similar effect. They're better than perfect block because with perfect block, even people that are consistent, sometimes they still take the damage even when they execute it right. Like, you know, they'll perfect block, but they'll still take the damage. They won't get stunned, but they'll take the damage. And so if you're doing perfect block against like an ultra or colossal, I mean, you know, you're still gonna take some significant chunk damage-wise. I thought I was out of that. Yo, camera. Elevation played a role there. Bro got saved like so badly. Insane, dude. He doesn't deserve to be alive right there. His princess saved them. And these fucking scrubs keep saving each other. It's annoying. He's just stalling too. Come on. He's died. Thank God. 8 my input is the prompt. Insane. Alright. Now it's your turn. Insane shit net, dude. You fucking shit player with shit net. Fuck out of here, dude. Got saved like 3 times and shit. Even got a free lag hit. Dude, his princess saved him so fucking bad, dude. Crazy. Like, the blue came in as soon as this guy was about to die. Like, one hit away from dying. After getting hit, you know, prime for a crouch attack roll catch. And then he gets saved. Yo, Matador, thanks for the bits, man. And thanks for the... Yeah, thanks for the bits and thanks for the resub again earlier. Yo, Van, I mean, the invasions are going as usual, really. There's nothing special today so far. Actually, so far it's been pretty slow in comparison to other days. Like, it's a slow invasion day. And, you know, I'm playing at, you know, at prime NA hours, too. Like, we're right in the peak of North American hours playtime. Like, it's 7:30 for me, 7:30 p.m. Game is kind of dead. Well, there are days that are slower than others. Today's one of them. Thing might not last the next 3 years to a new main game. I don't know, maybe. No idea. I do think that Tarnished Edition is going to inject some life into the game, but for how long, you never really know. Hopefully, FromSoft has more interesting stuff up their sleeve, you know? Some hopium trailer for the next big thing to keep us on edge. Sounds like it's above me, isn't it? It sure sounds like it. Yeah. Wow. That's a little unfortunate. He got hit like on the last frame or something like that. Miyazaki keeps edging us? Yeah, without doing anything. Miyazaki is so good with his feet that, you know, he can edge without even doing anything. we? Oh yeah, Limgrave, right? Oh wow, a sleeping giant. You don't see that often. There he is. What is he doing? Oh? There you are. Wow, I get knocked off by that. The hell? Oh my god, his net shit. That's unfortunate. This guy's net is actually dog shit. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what a pointless fight. I'm not sure I'll want to use double anchor here, because his net is like really fucking bad. Thank God. Well, well, well. Elden Ring being Elden Ring? Doing this to everyone. You're not getting invaded by anyone in your Thunderstone. And I'm not getting any invasion. What a great game. Entire matchmaking system is fucked right now. Maybe it's too active, guys. It's too active. That's why. Patch in 5? No, it's patch in 10, bro. Even duels are fucked right now? Wow, okay. Okay, so there is a problem with the matchmaking. You had PSN problem 5 minutes ago? Oh, okay, so it's like a PSN problem then. Well, good thing every console any console is an Xbox, so I'll just connect to the Xbox Game Pass, and then we're gonna be able to enjoy some Elden Ring PvP. Don't know, it felt just as dead on vanilla PC earlier today. Yeah, I mean, hard to tell. We're still playing vanilla PC? I think, last time I went to Fuji's stream, I think he was playing vanilla PC. Last time I saw Frosty, although that was a while ago, was on vanilla PC. I think I've seen Vale on vanilla PC last time I saw him, but that also was a while ago. I know they all play seamless as well, though. It's not like they just play vanilla PC. And I'm gonna be honest, I get it that maybe they want to, like, experience like some of the main game like without any mods or anything. Although if you have the version on PlayStation, I really don't get why you'd play vanilla PC over PS5, really. You know, playing seamless over PS5, that I can understand because it's very different. But like playing vanilla PC over PS5, I don't know. Actually get to watch or catch a live stream once and you've been watching for 2 years. Dude, I feel so bad for you because I think the game is bugged right now. Like, my chat cannot get a 1v1 match on the arena. We can't get an invasion. They can't get invaded. So the game appears to be quite dead right now, but I think there must be something like related to the matchmaking. I think the game might be down for some reason, or like the matchmaking, like some problem. Could be a cloud service provider, could be PSN network. I don't know. We're not getting anything. Shadow patch, yeah, you know it. Tarnished edition, guys. Open up Twitter. It's firing on all cylinders. It's live right now. Patch 1.69. Oh, we got an invasion. Is it real? You can summon now? Oh, okay. There you go. So it came back, maybe? I say it came back. Maybe I spoke too quickly. Nope. Yeah. Yeah, you jinxed it. Oh, man. So sad. Yeah, I think it's bugged right now. I'm gonna try to restart the game. I don't think that's gonna change anything, to be fair. It's probably a PSN network issue. But, you know. Oh, what the fuck? Why does it say I'm in a session with these guys? What the hell? That's so weird. What the fuck? What the hell? Alright, Moaz, have a good one, man. You're seeing some reports of server connection issue on PSN. Yeah, that must be it. That must be it, honestly. Yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. Guys. Yeah. Okay, well. Guys, stream's gonna end early today. Good game, everyone. Yeah, I think it's PSN. Yeah. Thank you, Sony. Thank God I pay a fucking PlayStation subscription and not a Steam subscription. Thank fucking God. Insane fucking shit service, dude. Alright guys, I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna get off for today. I'll catch you guys up probably tomorrow, the day after, whatever. But yeah, take care, guys. I'll see you soon, and hopefully game is more active again. Okay, let's see who's on right now. Let's raid some friends. Okay, we got Steel, we got Montage, we got Donut, we got I think that's it. That's it. I've raided Steel a lot. I'd probably raid him again, but let's mix it up a little bit. Let's raid Donut today. Alright, take care, guys.